Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Pioneer Series here on The Herd. Today, we are going to get this brewery up and running. We're going to grab some wheat. We're going to grab some barley. We're going to put both resources into our brewery and start producing beer because we need some money. Our money is dwindling, and that is to be expected, but in order for us to continue expansion, we are going to have to generate some. So let's get this beer up and running so that we can sell it to other towns and make some money for us here. Also today, we are going to go into what's eventually going to be our downtown, but right now it's just a big field of grass. We are going to mow and collect that grass so that we can continue making money off of it. Probably going to make some silage bales and then sell them because, again, we need to make some money here. That's the whole name of the game for the next couple episodes. Okay, now after a couple other wheat deliveries that were not shown, we are now going to go back to the store here and grab some barley. We're going to do this a couple times as well. That way we can just forget about the brewery for a while. We'll let it produce beer, and when we get the beer, we'll eventually grab it, of course, and sell it so that we can make some money for our town. Now, I'm not sure how serious we'll get with the brewery, but it is something for our town to be known for. So I think we can keep supplying this, keep getting some brews, and keep supplying our workers with some good things to drink after work, but also to make our town even more cash. Now back to everybody's favorite watering hole, where we will grab more water for the production facilities. A couple things here. One, it's not distributing to the brewery for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to have to check that out. But also, we shouldn't have to drive all the way around this way and turn around. I want to make a more direct way to get water. That will come eventually in a couple episodes. And now here, final delivery to the brewery of water. We will get this stuff working. Eventually, when we get the strawberries over here, we'll start being able to produce strawberry beer. But until then, we're just going plain with the wheat and the barley and making beer that way, one step at a time. And now a quick change of my mind. We're going to take this left side here beyond the trailer park, and I want to take the tree devourer and I want to make a little bit of a field here. I want to eventually put sheep here. I know that we're spending more money. It's an investment, and I'm hoping that we're able to sell the wool outright, and who knows, maybe sell our own clothes and things, but that's way down the road. What we're looking to do is get the wool and then be able to sell that so that we can make money. And now, of course, we're going to mow this up because we'll be able to collect all this grass and then get some free feed for our sheep immediately, which helps a ton because whenever you don't have to pay for food, that's just more profit in our town's pockets. Knowing what I know, I'm a little weary about taking this brush hog out here to cut this grass now. I might hit a rock, and I've seen the size of these rocks in the last couple episodes, so a little worried for my brush hog, but eventually we'll just power through this and then windrow it, obviously, and then we'll start to collect it. We'll put a lot of the grass in the silo, but we will use this to feed our sheep as well. And now, as promised, we will be windrowing this into rows so that we can obviously collect them. This windrower was purchased, I think, the first or second episode, and it's the first thing that I think is going to be upgraded here with the town's farm. It's just not wide enough. I'd like to get more rows in here, and we were trying to be cheap at the time, and that's what you get, right? That we're going to have to purchase again. And finishing up with the windrowing, and we are going to go collect this grass, put it all in all the silo, and then build our sheep pen. I'm really excited for this because the more animals we can get on this farm, the more options we have for production and the more options we have to make money. And however many sheep we get, which I honestly don't know how many we're planning for, but whatever pen size we get and will fit in here nicely, I think we're just going to max it out immediately. And I know some people are saying, well, you can breed them, and we're just trying to get wool immediately, and then we'll figure out all the other ways, the better ways to make money off these animals. But for right now, we're trying to go immediate profit. And now, all complete with the collection of the grass, we're going to throw it up here in this silo where we throw everything else that we are not using yet. and we are going to save this here for the sheep. And now, with all of that done, we are going to start building the sheep area. Alright, now we're going to see what fits in here. We want to leave these trees that are lining the road just so that the sheep get a little bit of protection from all the loud noise of the cars, and it just looks a little nicer as well. So let's flatten this area out, put this sheep pen in. It's going to hold 400 sheep. We are going to get that as soon as possible, and we are going to start feeding these things so that we can get some wool. And the really nice thing about the addition of the sheep is that the only thing it's going to cost us is the actual purchase of the sheep. The grass and the food in this case is something that we already have, so we'll just be able to fill this up. The water's something we're already getting and we don't have to pay for as well. So this will be straight profit after these purchases. And now it's 7 o'clock, right around the corner. We are going to give the sheep the water that they need for the night, and probably the next night as well. But until then, we are going to leave it here for this episode. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.